What if the greatest threat to your health is something you can't see or feel? Imagine waking up every day, feeling fine, going about your routine, and never suspecting that something dangerous is quietly lurking inside you. It's not a pain you can point to or a symptom you can easily notice. Yet, it could be affecting your energy, your mood, and even your future, without you ever realizing it. Deep inside, an invisible enemy could be quietly sabotaging your body. This isn't the kind of threat that announces itself with obvious warning signs. Instead, it works in the shadows, slowly building up over time, and by the time you notice its effects, it may already have done significant damage. This hidden danger is called visceral fat, the fat you can't pinch. Unlike the fat just under your skin, visceral fat wraps itself around your vital organs, like your liver, pancreas, and intestines. It's not about what you see on the outside, but what's happening deep within. Most of us worry about what we see in the mirror, but the real threat is buried deep in your abdomen, wrapped around your organs. You might look healthy, or even be at a normal weight, and still carry this dangerous fat. It doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, or body type. This isn't about looks, it's about your future, your energy, your mind, and your heart. Visceral fat has been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. It can sap your energy, cloud your thinking, and put your long-term health at risk. The people you love and the life you want to live depend on you staying healthy from the inside out. The good news? You can take control and defeat this internal enemy. Science shows that with the right steps, you can reduce visceral fat and dramatically improve your health. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And every small change you make can have a big impact over time. Think of your body as a high-performance engine. Visceral fat is like sludge, clogging your system and straining your organs. Just as a car runs better when it's clean and well-maintained, your body thrives when you clear out the internal clutter. When visceral fat builds up, it doesn't just sit there. It actively interferes with how your organs work, making everything less efficient. It releases harmful substances that disrupt your body's balance and set the stage for serious health problems. These substances can trigger inflammation, raise your blood pressure, and even affect your hormones. Over time, this silent sabotage can lead to chronic diseases that are much harder to reverse. But here's the empowering part. Your body is incredibly resilient and wants to heal. Even if you've carried visceral fat for years, your body can start to repair itself as soon as you make positive changes. The process begins the moment you decide to take action, but your body is resilient and wants to heal. Every healthy choice you make, whether it's a walk after dinner, a better breakfast, or a few extra minutes of sleep, helps your body fight back against this hidden threat. With a few smart changes, you can trigger a powerful fat-burning process that targets this dangerous fat first. Simple habits like moving more, eating whole foods, and managing stress can make a huge difference. You don't need a complicated plan, just a commitment to start. We're about to reveal how to spot this hidden threat and give you a simple, effective plan to reclaim your health. You'll learn how to recognize the signs, understand your risks, and take practical steps that fit your life. No gimmicks, no quick fixes, just real science and real results. Ready to take the first step? Let's get started. Your journey to a healthier, stronger you begins right now. The power to change your future is in your hands. So, what is visceral fat, and why does it matter so much for your health? When most people think about body fat, they picture the soft layer just beneath the skin, the kind you can see and touch. But there's another type of fat that's far more insidious, lurking deep within your abdomen, and it's called visceral fat. You actually have two main types of body fat, and they behave very differently in your body. Understanding the difference is crucial for your long-term health. Subcutaneous fat is the kind you can pinch, just under your skin. It's what gives your body its shape and acts as a cushion and energy reserve. While it can be frustrating to deal with, especially around the hips, thighs, or arms, it's generally less dangerous than the fat you can't see. Visceral fat, on the other hand, is hidden deep inside your abdomen, wrapped around your vital organs like your liver, pancreas, and intestines. You can't pinch it or see it in the mirror, but it's there quietly influencing your health in powerful ways. Unlike subcutaneous fat, visceral fat is metabolically active. It's constantly releasing substances into your body. These substances include hormones and inflammatory chemicals that can disrupt your body's normal functions. In small amounts, visceral fat actually serves a purpose. It cushions your organs and provides some protection. But when you have too much, it turns from a helpful buffer into a serious health hazard, increasing your risk for a range of diseases. Visceral fat produces chemicals and inflammatory proteins that disrupt your hormones and metabolism. These substances can make your body less sensitive to insulin, raise your blood pressure, and even increase cholesterol levels, setting the stage for chronic illnesses. Experts say visceral fat should be less than 10% of your total body fat. That's because even a small increase can have a big impact on your health. especially if you already have other risk factors. When your visceral fat creeps higher, your risk for chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain cancers skyrockets. It's not just about how you look, it's about what's happening inside your body. People with an apple body shape, meaning they carry more weight around the belly, are at higher risk, even if their overall weight isn't considered obese. That's because belly fat is often a sign of excess visceral fat. Visceral fat is a sneaky saboteur, actively working against your health behind the scenes. It can quietly build up over time, especially if you have a sedentary lifestyle, eat a lot of processed foods, or experience chronic stress. But here's the upside. Visceral fat responds quickly to positive changes. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and stress management can help reduce it faster than you might expect, leading to noticeable improvements in your health and energy. Understanding what visceral fat is and why it matters is the first step to beating it. By taking action now, you can protect your organs, lower your disease risk, and feel better from the inside out. Why is visceral fat so dangerous? Most people think of fat as something that simply changes the way we look, but the truth is far more alarming. Visceral fat is the type of fat that wraps itself around your internal organs, deep inside your abdomen, where you can't see or pinch it. Unlike the fat just under your skin, this hidden fat is much more than a cosmetic concern. It's a silent, active threat to your health. It's not just about appearance, it's about your life. Visceral fat acts like a toxic factory, pumping out hormones and chemicals that disrupt your body's natural balance. It can affect anyone, regardless of age or body type, and often goes unnoticed until it's already causing harm. Excess visceral fat increases insulin resistance, paving the way for type 2 diabetes. When your body becomes less sensitive to insulin, your blood sugar levels rise, putting you at risk for a host of complications. Over time, this can damage your nerves, kidneys, and even your eyesight, making diabetes a life-altering condition. It raises your blood pressure, forcing your heart to work harder and increasing your risk of heart attack and stroke. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it can do its damage quietly, without obvious symptoms, until a crisis strikes. Visceral fat doesn't just sit idly by, it releases inflammatory markers, tiny chemical messengers that travel through your bloodstream, causing chronic inflammation. This inflammation damages the lining of your arteries, making it easier for cholesterol and plaque to build up, leading to atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries. Over time, these clogged arteries restrict blood flow, starving your heart and brain of the oxygen they need. This is why people with excess visceral fat are at much higher risk for heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases. Imagine a patient whose surgery was complicated by a wall of dense visceral fat, turning a simple procedure into a risky one. Surgeons often find it more difficult to operate, increasing the risk of complications, infections, and longer recovery times. Visceral fat isn't passive. It's an active aggressor linked to cancer, liver disease, and even dementia. Studies show that people with more visceral fat are more likely to develop certain cancers, such as colon and breast cancer, as well as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which can progress to liver failure. The chemicals released by visceral fat can even cross into your brain, increasing your risk for cognitive decline and memory problems as you age. It's a threat that reaches every part of your body. It's a silent storm inside you, but you can calm it by taking action. The good news is that visceral fat responds quickly to healthy changes. Even small steps like eating more whole foods, moving your body, and managing stress can make a big difference. Your body wants to return to balance. When you make positive choices, your organs begin to heal, inflammation drops, and your risk for disease falls. By shrinking these fat cells, you lower your risk for devastating conditions. You'll feel more energetic, sleep better, and protect your future health. The sooner you act, the better your future will be. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. Prevention is always easier than treatment. Don't wait for a wake-up call. Start now. Every healthy choice you make today is an investment in your tomorrow. Every step you take chips away at this hidden threat. Whether it's a walk after dinner or choosing the stairs, these small actions add up. Your health is worth fighting for. You have the power to change your story, starting right now. Let's see how this fat builds up in the first place and what you can do to stop it before it's too late. How does visceral fat take over? It's usually a mix of genetics and lifestyle. Genetics can make you more likely to store fat in your belly, but your choices matter most. Diets high in sugar, processed carbs, and unhealthy fats flood your body with insulin, leading to fat storage, especially in your abdomen. Inactivity slows your metabolism, making it easier for fat to accumulate. Sitting too much and moving too little is a recipe for visceral fat. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which signals your body to store more belly fat. Too much alcohol and poor sleep also throw your hormones out of balance, making fat gain even easier. It's a perfect storm, but you can change the forecast. Small shifts in your habits can make a big difference. Next, let's find out how to measure this invisible threat. You can't pinch visceral fat, but you can measure your risk with a tape measure. Wrap it around your waist at your belly button, snug, not tight. For women, a waist of 35 inches or more is a red flag. For men, it's 40 inches. This simple number is a powerful predictor of heart disease and diabetes risk. Want more accuracy? Calculate your waist-to-hip ratio. Divide your waist by your hip measurement, healthy ratios, under 0.85 for women, under 0.90 for men. Or try waist-to-height ratio. Your waist should be less than half your height. These numbers give you a clear picture of your internal health. BMI can help, but it doesn't show where fat is stored. Focus on waist measurements for the best insight. Knowing your numbers is the first step to taking action. Now let's talk about how to burn this fat away. Here's the good news. Visceral fat is the first to go when you start moving. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days, brisk walking, cycling, dancing, or swimming. Cardio revs up your metabolism and burns fat, especially around your belly. Strength training is your secret weapon. Muscle burns more calories even at rest. Try weights, resistance bands, or bodyweight moves like squats and push-ups, 2 to 3 times a week. Want faster results? Add high-intensity interval training, HIIT, short bursts of intense effort, followed by rest. HIIT torches fat and keeps your metabolism high for hours. The best exercise is the one you enjoy and stick with. Consistency is key. Make movement a daily habit. Every step, squat, or sprint chips away at visceral fat. You don't need perfection, just progress. Next, let's fuel your fight with the right foods. You can't out-exercise a bad diet, so let's get your nutrition on track. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, fiber-rich veggies, and whole grains. Protein builds muscle and keeps you full, while fiber helps control blood sugar and reduces belly fat. Fill your plate with colorful fruits and vegetables for vitamins and antioxidants. Cut back on sugar and refined carbs. Think soda, candy, white bread, and pastries. Swap sugary snacks for whole foods and read labels to spot hidden sugars. Intermittent fasting can help. Try eating within an 8-hour window and fasting for 16. This boosts insulin sensitivity and encourages your body to burn fat. Combine fasting with a whole foods diet for best results. Always check with your doctor before starting new eating patterns. Smart food choices are your best defense. But don't forget, lifestyle habits matter too. 3 lifestyle factors can make or break your progress: sleep, stress, and what you drink. Less than 7 hours of sleep throws your hunger hormones off, making you crave junk and store more fat. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which signals your body to pack on belly fat and break down muscle. Manage stress with daily habits. Try 5 minutes of mindfulness, deep breathing, or a walk outside. Find a stress buster you enjoy and make it routine. Alcohol is another culprit. Too much stops fat burning and adds empty calories. Even moderate drinking can disrupt sleep and raise cortisol. Cut back on alcohol to help your body burn fat more efficiently. Prioritize sleep, manage stress, and watch your sips for the best results. These small changes add up to big health gains. Now, let's put it all together. Let's turn knowledge into action with a simple plan. Start by moving 30 minutes a day. Walk, dance, or take the stairs. Add 2 days of strength training each week to build fat-burning muscle. Fill your plate with more veggies and lean protein, and swap sugary drinks for water. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Small, positive changes stick best. Prioritize whole foods and cut back on processed snacks. Commit to better sleep. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier and create a relaxing routine. Schedule 5 minutes daily for stress relief, meditation, deep breathing, or a walk. Be mindful with alcohol. Swap your second drink for sparkling water. These habits work together, creating a powerful synergy for your health. You'll see and feel results: more energy, better sleep, and a healthier waistline. This isn't a quick fix. It's a lifestyle that pays off for years. Your journey starts now. You now know the enemy and have the tools to fight back. This isn't about punishment, it's about smart, kind choices for your body and future. The power to transform your health is in your hands. Start with one small action today. Measure your waist, swap a soda for water, or take a walk. Celebrate each small victory. They add up. Ask yourself, what's the one change that would make the biggest impact for you right now? Share your goal in the comments to inspire others. This is your call to action. Don't let another day slip by. You have the blueprint for success. Like, share, and subscribe for more tips, and let's build a healthier community together. Your new chapter starts now.